Now look, I know there isn't much change I could bring to this world. Our Earth of many beings, inhumans and Homo sapiens or whatever, is great, but it has tons of problems. Too many to list, in fact. So, I figured the least I could do is bring some of that much needed change to this district. But I think something we can all agree on is that this school could use absolutely more opportunities for extracurricular courses. Doing so would bring a greater sense of variety to this campus and encourage much more community. There's so much good that can come from these extra classes, and despite the extra funding necessary to keep them afloat, it wouldn't hurt for Valencia High School to have more, particularly to make use of extra rooms, improve the performance of students, open up more opportunities for college, and even benefit the futures of students' careers. For instance, a good number of the courses here only have one teacher, such as choir, culinary, or even theater, as well as just to name a few. Even other classes, such as meteorology, which have high applicability for various bio, chem, or even environmental majors, are no longer getting funded and instead being replaced by just another science classroom. Of course, this doesn't apply to every extra course out there, but it needs to be stated as these don't deserve to be limited or removed in favor of a normal subject that already has several rooms to begin with. Allowing those in school to utilize extra classrooms or smaller areas throughout campus isn't a bad idea to try to give people more chances to create communities or encourage students to take advantages of spare periods they may have as well. What makes the inclusion of these classes so significant is that students tend to perform better when they are available. The National Center for Educational Statistics conducted studies a few decades ago and found that students with extracurricular activities have resulted in fewer students with absences or trouble. Of course, not every school necessitates an affluent landscape to be able to fund these extra programs anyway, as there are student-run clubs that encourage students to take part and be more involved in these extra courses on their own. Due to the heavy weight of these statistics, as well as their relevance, having these results only rise in relevancy years later, as they absolutely should be considered in modern education. Whether a school is public or private, some of its success rate can be attributed to the inclusion of their extracurricular activities. There are also several college students and graduates out there who can vouch for the success they've had with extracurriculars. Martial arts instructor Avery Noss, supply chains manager Carissa Irons, freelance photographer Paul Goetzinger, and marketing analyst Natalie Goyne are just a few trustworthy examples that prove this. Their high levels of shared expertise can be applied to all of their various fields they are a part of. Of course, these couldn't have been achieved without the aid and prior experiences of these classes in high school. Still, the sheer amount of advantages gained from taking previous classes apart from the usual to get into another major provides a major help when it comes to any kind of college. Speaking of opportunities in college, they can be further aided by one's dedication to their extracurricular activities in high school. Due to these prior courses already having potential influence on future classes, it is highly encouraged that one gets into any of these classes before college as a head start, in a way, before getting into college or their specific career. On top of that, maybe having a community college with community service hours alongside one's initial career plan can absolutely aid with their future. Either one or both of these are suggested to anyone trying to get themselves out there or to further their education, as both forms of service provide not only benefits to their career path, but also help everyone else around them. Overall, there isn't anything to lose by getting into any extracurricular activities, due to the immense number of benefits they can provide students in high school and college, as well as the other forms of aid and advantages that one can get in community service and other things. To perpetuate this, these could even be started or ran by students themselves, or several college students have already voiced their positivity with these extra courses. By now, I think it's clearly evident that getting into any of these classes is worth it. And if you have yet to do so in your high school years, or you know a friend who might want to... That was on accident, I didn't mean to drop it, my bad. If you happen to not have done so in your high school years yet, or you know a friend who might want to, feel free to send this to them. Maybe they could use a fresh perspective to help refresh their minds too, like this little guy. I don't have a name for him, but there he is, or she, or whatever their gender is. Oopsies. They're there. So I think I only have 9 seconds left of the recording. What am I gonna do in 9 seconds?